out of the pit lane as they exit now. And we have a hell of a lot of people here with us this afternoon. I think last race we had a full grid. Today we got 18. I'm not entirely sure if we did have a full grid though, I cannot remember. But today should be good either way. And I absolutely cannot wait to get into it. We're going to see who is going to be heading around the track first of all. Enzo in the Aston Martin is out there on the track right now. And seemingly the first person to put a time on the board it should be. We're going to have a quick look. Hugo is out there as well. Hugo's actually further ahead, so we'll go with Hugo at the moment. Yes, it's going to be Hugo then. Will be the first man to cross the line with the first flying lap of the afternoon. It's going to be nice to see what the benchmark's going to be, what the first kind of times we're going to get here in Mexico. And it is going to come soon enough. What a track it is. One that I don't get to commentate very often, but it is really good when we do. And I'm so buzzing. I'm absolutely buzzing to get into this as the Ferrari heading down towards the end of the second sector. 55.6 for Hugo on the second sector around. Apparently fastest middle sector for him right now. As flying towards the line for him then. Here we go. Hugo with the first time in the afternoon. It's a 1 minute 14.674 to kickstart this evening off, ladies and gentlemen. Not a bad time at all at this moment in time. More drivers across the line now. Enzo, 1 minute 14.1. He's 5 tenths faster, half a second quicker on that lap around. Then it's Aiden who slots in third position. But it's good to see some people in the chat tonight. Everybody in the Jack Cross comms as well. We've got a few joiners. I'm going to go on Do Not Disturb. That is something I probably should have done early on. Yes, in the chat, Stream Boy, it's good to see you. How are you, Matt? I'm very good, thank you. How are you? Hope you're doing well. As we have a very nice race ahead of us. Diego on the track at the minute. I'm sure a few more people are going to be crossing the line before him. It is Ionistan in the RB to second place, 1 minute 14.5 for ETA Esports. I believe it was the other ETA. I can't remember, was it ETA that won last race? I'm going to have a look at the results actually, and I can pull that up. But I know that Shazoo Cedars at the minute are the championship leaders by 20 points to Team TF10. But the race results, let's have a look. Race results for Silverstone. It was Ryan Grob, yes, it was ETA driver that won. Ryan Grob won that race last time out, ladies and gentlemen. From Daniel, from Lewis, from Tachubi, then from Nathan to round off the top 5. Ionis, who's at the moment in second place, finished 6th place in the Grand Prix last time out. But it's going to be a really exciting one today here in Mexico City, of course, in the 5th round of this season, ladies and gentlemen. And here comes Ionis then around the track on the in lap. Let's go for somebody who's on a flying lap. No, then. In the Williams in P15 is over the line goes Isaac to 1 minute 13.8. That is a very decent time to kickstart the evening off for him, and it is a 1 minute 13.877. Quite a few times behind Enzo at the moment, just setting the bar. Then it's, oh, what a time, 1:14.1. Just about ahead of Enzo then is Gabor in this race. Then Joel into second place. What is going on here in qualifying? Everybody beating each other off of the top step of this qualifying session. Joel into second place now, everybody, for TF10. And it is a very nice time. Only a tenth slower, not even a tenth, between him and Isaac, who's currently on provisional pole. It is all to play for here in Mexico, ladies and gentlemen, as Isaac leads in this session so far with a 1 minute 13.8. Then from Joel, then from Gabor, then from Enzo, and then from Ryan in 5 to round off the top 5 in qualifying so far. Then we've got Zuko in 7 now as Daniel makes his way up to 6th place. The race winner, of course, from last week out. Let's see what he's got in store for him today. From what I remember, there was some pretty damn quick drivers in qualifying, but race pace can definitely differ, and that may be the case today as well. This track, you know, you get many that are sensational during the qualifying sessions, but it comes to the race and they just aren't as good in terms of managing the tyres and so on. And we're going to have to see how well people adapt to that. So we're going to have to see who are the people who can do it best is the question. We will see about that. Joel in second place. He'll be on the end lap now. Many drivers in the pit lane. There's only a few out at the minute. We've got the McLaren heading round of Tomas, who is coming around the final few corners then here in Mexico and towards the line. He's on a lap now. Will it be a decent one though? Here he goes. It's going to be a 1 minute 14.389. 7th position, about midfield for Tomas at the minute. Not a bad time at all for the McLaren, and decent to get going this evening. Daniel will be coming into the pit lane soon, and that will be it for him at this moment in time. It's Enzo back out on the outlet with 10 minutes to go, ladies and gentlemen, of this session. Enzo in the Aston Martin, so he'll be going for a lap pretty soon, and we'll go back with him in a minute once that takes place. Hugo's out there, and he's actually started a lap now, so let's go with him, shall we? Here comes Hugo then, ladies and gentlemen, who is on the track right now. Here in qualifying, what has he got in store for us in this Ferrari today for ABS? I'm looking forward to see this time. We saw him set a time earlier on, of course, went provisional pole, due to being the first driver, but all the way down to 11 now. He goes fastest sector 1 apparently for Hugo, but is it true to life? I am not sure. Hopefully it is. Oh, he goes around. The Ferrari spins around, ladies and gentlemen, here in Mexico. And that lap will be over at this moment in time for Hugo here in the qualifying session in Mexico City. He'll have to go round again after that one, unfortunately. I'm just going to quickly get the stream shared. Hopefully get some more people in here for this evening's Grand Prix. It is going to be quite a fun one indeed, everybody. Here on the Wednesday, my second time doing the commentary for you guys. Hopefully enjoy it. As Hugo into the pit lane now after spinning around, losing his rears here in qualifying. He does not want to be doing that if he's striving for the high places. Hayden then is down by 700ths of a second in the first sector and will really have to up the pace if he wants to make an impact this afternoon. P12 for him at the moment in the Kick Sauber for IRT, and he needs to find the time if he wants to improve, ladies and gentlemen. Second sector line coming up very soon. Very tight and technical through the middle sector here in Mexico, and he is handling it pretty well then. Up towards the end of the second sector, the Mercedes waving hello on the right-hand side. 2 temps found in the middle sector for Aiden. Maybe he's a bit more stronger in that sector. It is looking like it. Here we go then, up towards the final few corners, ladies and gentlemen, here today in the Mexico City for Aiden in 12th place. He found a bit of time. Will he find any more places? He does. He goes up to 9th place and finds some positions. You'll have to see it for Aiden in for IRT. Good to see for him finding time. As in the Jack Crossley Comms chat, Reaper joins us again. It's good to see you, mate. Hopefully Wolfie joins us as well, but it's good to see you. How you doing? And if you're in any of the chats, of course, if you're in the Champions Esports Series chat or you're in my chat, let us know your predictions for pole position, and then let us know your predictions for the winner as well later on in the afternoon. But prediction for pole first, we want to get them in. Who is going to be on pole position for round 5, ladies and gentlemen, of this tournament? We will see which way it is going to go. Enzo loses the rear there. It is Invalidation in the second sector, and Enzo at the minute will not be able to complete this lap around. Gabble then is up by half a tenth in the first sector. Heading round now, we're going to go on board with the Alpine to see what he has got in store for us today. Reaper in the chat says Isaac on pole. Let's see what he can do. There's not even a tenth of a second between Isaac and Joel here in qualifying. It is incredibly tight. Gabor retires, he invalidates, sorry, on this lap around, and P3 will be his best at the moment. Still 7 minutes to go, a long, long while, but Gabor will not complete that lap around due to invalidation. Joel is on a lap now, this time actually once he crosses the line, he will be on a lap now, heading all the way down. A huge, huge run down to turn 1 here in Mexico City. It's absolutely massive, and that is what you want to look out for the start of today's Grand Prix for 100%. Racing into turn 1, you always get 3 or 4 abreast into the first corner here in Mexico. I absolutely love it. I cannot wait, especially for a league like this. I am definitely expecting something like that. But Joel, I'm pretty sure, lost his rear a little bit there going through the right-hander. So unfortunately, he might have lost time. He did. That's a tenth and a half, sorry, lost in the first sector. I don't think Joel's going to come back from this very well, unfortunately, as Isaac even faster. 1 Was he even faster? Was he over the line? Yeah, 5,000ths of a second for Isaac Lee. And he is faster than his original time, but only marginal. And you know what? I'm sure he'll take it. It is time that he didn't have before. Fair play to the man. Still finding time here in qualifying, ladies and gents. I've just completely got rid of the Twitch chat by accident off the screen. There we go. All good. Back again. But Rupert in the chat, good to see you. Just enjoying Waterford track at the minute. Yes, it's good to see you too, mate. I appreciate you joining me. This is a new league that I've just got into, so when they need some help on the Wednesdays, I'm always happy to jump in for them. But Tomas then with a 1.5 improvement on the previous lap. He's in 7th position at the moment. Nono then is down by 2 seconds this time around. Fuel light on. He's into P9 and will not be able to go for another run on this stint. Rupert, I know a few lads in here. Oh, fair enough, mate. I know quite a few as well. To be fair, there's a lot of people in this tournament. There really is, and everybody knows everybody, I think. So at the minute, very quiet out there on the track. 4 minutes and 45 seconds left of this session, ladies and gentlemen. Still a little bit of time for the drivers to come out and give it another shot. And I am so looking forward to see what qualifying is going to end up like. Silverstone reverse was very good for qualifying. Did not disappoint, to say the least. Here in Mexico City, will we get the same treatment from the CES boys? Hopefully, we will. All of the esports teams, 10 esports teams, competing for the championship at the end of the season. And who is going to go ahead and win it? We do not know, but I'm all here for it. Retiring from the session is Liam then, in the early stages, ladies and gentlemen. As very quiet on the track at the moment for ART. The fake is out there on the track right now. And good to see him here today in the Haas car. ART, last race, had some difficulties, unfortunately, with not practicing the right track. But today, hopefully they've actually practiced the right one, given that there's only one way around Mexico on the game, so it should be okay. And, you know, given that they didn't practice the right track last race, they made a brilliant comeback, to be fair, and they did have a nice race. What has the team got in store for us today? The fake, the only AERT driver out there at the minute, as Adam has retired from this session. And unfortunately, down at the back of the grid at the minute. Here comes the fake then to begin his second lap of this afternoon, with 3 minutes to go of this session. It is all to play for here in Mexico as the fake embarks on a brand new lap time. 1 minute 14.814 is the fastest time at this moment in time. What has he got in store for us towards the end of the first sector? It's looking very tight and neat so far for the Haas car, but it can look better off board than it is on, and he is nearly 0.02 of a second down, unfortunately, on his previous time. So no time found on this one at the minute, but of course still the second sector to go, completely different to the first sector. And can benefit people in many different ways. You just have to get it right. You don't want to go too much on the curve because the rears do not like it at all, and the fake does master it then, heading round the right-hander, then swinging it to the left, and the Haas car is flying to the end of the second sector. He was down in the first. He's also down in the second, unfortunately, by nearly 1/10 of a second. I don't think this is going to be a good lap, and he does invalidate as well. So the fake in qualifying today, not looking like he's going to make too much of an improvement. Still 2 minutes to go, but you know, on brand new tyres with a lot of ERS, he couldn't make it work, couldn't piece the lap together. I think it's the end of qualifying for the fake today, unfortunately, as everybody on their out laps, and now we have to try and manoeuvre through the drivers to see which ones to spectate first. There's a lot of things going on in the Jack Rusty Comms chat. I will read all of it in the intermission between qualifying and the race, but this is qualifying for you, coming down to the end of it now. really the clock running down. Enzo in 6th place at the minute with a 2/10 improvement in the middle sector with the fuel light on. He has got to really push now towards the line. Yellow flags in front of him, but then they go green just as he passes by. Flies towards the line here in qualifying. Will he find any more places? P6. He goes to 2nd place, just misses out on provisional pole. Does Enzo, everybody, for RSC, just behind Isaac Leet in qualifying today, but just failed to hit the mark. Unfortunately, Daniel then in 3rd place beginning a lap. There's a few people ahead of him that we can go watch. Maybe Joel is heading round now. There's also a McLaren who's about to start the lap. I believe that's Isaac on the outlap now as he powers towards the line. We're on board with Joel, ladies and gentlemen, here in the Mercedes in the late stages of qualifying here in Mexico City. And what has this man got in store for us today? He's in P4 at the minute, 1 minute 13.9. 1/100th of a second gap between him and his teammate, the TF10 boys, who are 2nd place in the World Championship standings at the moment. Joel towards the line in qualifying. It's going to be provisional pole for Joel today. Absolutely brilliant. 1 minute 13.774, and he sets the bar even higher. Now Isaac out there on the track. He's got to find time. He's already found half a 10th in the 1st sector. It's looking very strong for him so far. There's a car heading towards the line now. It's going to be no then towards the line. Will it be any improvement? It is P9, 2.7 seconds down. Now there's a RB, I believe, of Ryan Grob finishing P14 from winning the race last weekend out. Now down in 14th position, unfortunately, for the Grand Prix. Towards the line now for the Kick Sauber of Aiden, who finishes in P13. There's another driver towards the line, looking like a Red Bull. And I don't think it was Jose, I don't think he found any time, unfortunately. So that is it for his qualifying. Now we can have a look at Ryan. Then there's also a McLaren over the line of Isaac, who does take pole position back. Isaac for pole position. He's the main runner for it at the moment. Will Ryan be able to snatch it though? P7. Will it be any more time found? It's going to be P5 for him today. I don't think any more drivers really are going to make any more improvements. Ionis is down quite a lot. Diego towards the line, down in P11. P12, sorry, Diego towards the line. Here we go. It is down by a lot. Ionis as well. No time found. No, I don't think has got any time in him. Hugo will not find any time. Joel did set a time, but it wasn't enough. And here for qualifying, ladies and gentlemen, Isaac Leet sets the bar and takes pole position out in Mexico City for round 5 and beats everybody else to it by a small margin. That is how you do it for Isaac Leet in the McLaren. Pole position. You love to see it. Reaper in the chat predicting it right. Very happy for him. Get in there, Isaac, says Reaper. Where about? Let's have a look, mate. I'll have a look where they are in constructors for you. SCI, they are leading the World Championship, mate, with 186 points at the minute, 20 points ahead of 2nd place. Here is your finish results then, everybody, for qualifying today. It was absolutely sensational. Isaac Leet in the McLaren takes pole position by that is an incredibly small margin, 1/100th of a second gap to Joel in the Mercedes. Then from Enzo in 3rd on the 2nd row of the grid, joined by Daniel in 4. Then it is Ryan in 5, Gabor 6, Tomas 7, and it's Zuko 8, Hugo 9, Nono in 10 to round off the top 10. 11, Ionis. 12, Diego. 13 is Aiden. 14 is Jose. We have got 15, Ryan. 16, the fake. 17, Sam. 18, Liam. 19, Adam. And 20 is Diego in qualifying. Next up is the Grand Prix, ladies and gentlemen. Do not go anywhere. It is going to be great here in Mexico City. If you're enjoying so far, let me know. But these guys never fail to deliver, do they? Let's have a look in the chat then. When do you think you're doing? Got plenty of time, but just curious. From this point on, it's going to be about 40 minutes. 4-0. So, yeah, about 40 minutes time will be finished from this point on. So, yes, if you need to know that pro gamer, there you go, 40 minutes. Ooh, good qualifying session. I really enjoyed that. And got a brand new graphics card today as well. So currently, everybody, the setup is we're streaming from the PC with a capture card into the Xbox. That's how you get in the game feed. Obviously, you can see the the Xbox thing coming up. But yes, new graphics card. It is working quite nicely. So hopefully, from soon in the future, I'm going to be able to stream straight from the PC. Never done that before, but hopefully we can try and do that. It's going to be quite exciting to give it a go. And correct me if I'm wrong, everybody, if you're in the chat, but was this the league that last week did we restart once? I can't remember, or I'm not sure. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure we restarted once, but no restarts. Oh, fair enough, mate. Thanks for letting me know. In this chat stream, boy, I'm the commentator for the Brawler League chat. Yes, I've heard about that, mate. I'm really glad for you. Well done. It's good to hear. Hopefully it goes well for you. Omar in the chat. Is there a practice? I don't know how he does it. Just raw skill. Raw skill. It's crazy. But as it stands, everybody, with the standings, it is Shizou Seeders Igniters who lead the World Championship standings from Team TF10 in second place, RSC third, ETA Esports 4, ABS Esports 5. Then we go down into the bottom 5, Prodigy Esports 6, Anobi Esports 7, PEC in 8, International Racing Team 9, and ART at the back of the championship at the moment with 17 points. And the highest point scorer is Shizou Seeders Igniters with 186 in this season so far. So that is the way we are looking with the Constructors Championship. Well, the team championship, of course, the one that we have here for the tournament. Here we go then, ladies and gentlemen, on the grid. We're going to get straight into it for round 5 here in Mexico City. It's lights out and away we go. Long run down into turn 1, and Isaac gets us going very well down into the first corner. Joel tries to catch him all the way down. It's going to be 3 abreast, nearly 4 abreast, I imagine, down into turn 1. Look at this then. Absolutely brilliant. The McLaren staying ahead behind this commotion. It is Daniel who gets into second place. He dips it up the inside line. The 2 Aston Martins come side by side in 3rd and 4th. Then it's Joel in 5th position, slotting through at the moment. This is a very nice start from the drivers. Bit of squabbling going on, but just clean and fair racing at the moment. Daniel into second place after making a bold move down the inside line. Ryan then in 3. Then it's Enzo 4. Joel trying to make a bold move around the outside line here of the Aston Martin. At the minute, can't make the move through. Ryan Grob with a 10-second penalty for ignoring yellow flags early on in the session, ladies and gentlemen, which is not good at all. 10-second penalty on the first lap of 36, but equally he has a long time to make up for it. The Red Bull off the track there. We've got 1-stop and 2-stop strategies that may be played out today here in Mexico, and it is going to be completely different across the... Maybe it's not going to be different. Everybody on the medium compound tyres today, everybody. Only one driver of ART, the Fake at the minute, who is on the hards, making his way into P15. Ladies and gentlemen, on this race start. It's been a very nice start so far, very clean and fair, as trying on the inside line. Then on the sister team driver, it is going to be Ryan Grob trying to go through into P10. Maybe this man's race pace is pretty good. Last race he did win in Silverstone Reverse. He now heads all the way down the big long straight. He makes his way through past Jose then in this race so far on the second lap, and he's into P10, into the top 10 in this Grand Prix. You love to see it. Good stuff from him so far. We head through the first few corners here, and the drivers pretty much haven't changed. Isaac still leads the Mexico City Grand Prix. Then from Daniel, then from Ryan. At the moment, the Mercedes and the Astons very close with each other at the moment. Don't count out Gabor as well in the Alpine for FRT, who's really putting the pressure on the backside of Joel in this Grand Prix so far. Still many laps to go, 34 laps of racing we have here today, and the Alpine loses its rears just a little bit there on the exit, loses a bit of time to Joel. But a move is on the horizon between them. The battling has been great so far as we head through the second sector. Very tight and technical, that it is. And now we head into the final third with the drivers of Isaac still leading. Everybody channels through. And the main straight coming up very soon, one of the longest straights on the Formula One calendar. A massive run down into turn one, a huge DRS zone from top to bottom. And now we get to see it played out once more. We head down onto the main straight here in Mexico, and let's wait for the moves, because of course it is going to happen. Here comes Ryan Grubb then with the DRS, everybody with the DRS heading down. Then will he make a move on Nono? Then he's through into P10 past Jose, but at the moment can't make the move through down the straight. Everybody keeping within distance, not really many moves happening right now, but a steady start for the drivers, a steady start indeed on the medium compound tyres for everybody apart from the fake, who, the Williams of Diego sliding out wide, as yes, everybody opted for the mediums apart from the fake, who opted for the hards. But lap 3 of 36, and Isaac still leads by half a second now, everybody, to Daniel in second place, who's going to struggle to make that move, because we've got Ryan then in third place, who at this moment in time is going to be putting a bit of pressure on Daniel, which is going to put him off making the overtake on Isaac at the minute. Grumpy in the chat, look at us go, he says, as his boys currently lining up in 13 and 15 in this race. I'm looking forward to see if they can push up the order today. It will be quite good to see for them. Here comes the Aston Martins, then P3 and P4. We head all the way down the straight. Will there be any overtakes this time around here in Mexico on lap 4 of 36 in this race? You make a very good point, Grumpy. I do apologise. I really do. Adam already up 6 places at the minute. My apologies. Well done to you. Look at you go now. I understand. Look at you guys go. Brilliant stuff. 6th place for him right now. I'll keep that on the screen for a bit so we can keep a look at that. But the Aston Martins really giving it a big one, aren't they, at the moment in P3 and P4 for RSC. Just having a good scrap on lap 4 of 36 through the technical second sector, which from personal experience, and I'm not a good driver, but it is absolutely awful. Great when you get it right, but it is deadly on, especially on used mediums. It is awful, absolutely awful. Right now the mediums will be in a very good operating window. The Aston Martin nearly hits his back of his teammate there. Incredible closing speed though, and kept it on the track as we head through under the stadium, through the stadium, under the exits and into the final few corners. Yellow flags are out then in the middle of the stadium. I'm not entirely sure who's had an issue there, looking like maybe somebody spun around, but the issue's been cleared up now, and somebody already in the pit lane, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe a bit of damage that we missed there, as I think it was a Haas car. No, it's not. It's an RB, sorry, of Ryan Grubb. Down into 17th position. I'm assuming he's got wing damage, or maybe he's just making an early stop. But oh, never mind. Maybe it's strategy to get rid of that penalty. 10 seconds served. I'm not entirely sure. But lap 5 of 36, and Ryan Grubb and Sam Arling at the minute being your first pit stop people, and still a long way to go. 31 laps in this Grand Prix, and Isaac still leads. He took pole so easily, and at the minute he's looking like he might even go and take the win today. He's looking so comfortable out there, given that a man behind him is so close. I've been told that damage for Daniel. He has. He's got end plate damage, of course, on the left-hand side. Thanks for telling me. So Daniel does have damage, and that is probably going to explain why he can't make a move. There's a kick Sauber of Jaeger, I believe, who's gone around in the middle sector. He's back up now, though, back in 17th position, back on the grid. All good for him then. As yes, second place of Daniel has got wing damage, which is going to really help him with the aero heading down to make a move on Isaac. The gap is nearly a second now, 0.8 of a second. He will get DRS down the straight, as he did get it through the detection zone. But at the moment, that is going to really restrict him from making a move. Diego with a 3-second time penalty. Very little penalties in the early stages right now as we head into turn 1. Daniel second place. And I'm surprised that the Aston Martin isn't being able to make a move on Daniel at the moment. He has got damage, but fair play to the man. He's holding on very well in second place. And I didn't even notice it, to be fair. So I'm very glad you let me know that. Thank you. Bit more insight into what is going on here. But Daniel second place. Then it's the two Aston Martins line up in 3 and 4. And they're looking really comfortable out there at the moment. They don't seem to be struggling on the mediums, which seem to be in a good working condition right now. And I'm sure as soon as one person feels it, the rest of them will, because every single driver here, apart from one, never mind actually, a few went in the pit lane, didn't they? But majority are on the mediums and started on the mediums. So they're all going to feel the same thing as we head down and towards the final sector of lap 6 of 36 with 30 laps to go. The McLaren of Isaac Leeds leads the Grand Prix still, and this time around the gap is 0.7 of a second back to 8. It is the same gap we had last lap around, and the same moment of the track as into the pit lane goes one of the Aston Martins. It'll be Enzo now it's Ryan in the pit lane, and Joel as well, who go into the pits to get, let's have a look what they get on there. Then it's looking like the hard compound tyres, I imagine. Yes, the hards. And let's have a look. We've got Joel in the pit lane. Daniel's still out there, so when he goes in, will he get that wing replaced? I probably think so, as his teammate exits now in P15 for the Grand Prix. He's going to have to struggle at the back for a bit, but as soon as the drivers start making the pit stops, then we'll see the true position of the drivers. Down 13 is Joel at the minute, but like I mentioned, just got to wait and be patient for the next pit window for the drivers. But here we go, Isaac leads 0.4 of a second to Daniel. Oh, Enzo dipped onto the grass there. You see there was a bit of grass on his tyres in P3. You know, the Mercedes and the Aston Martin, the teammates have left them at this moment in time, gone into the pit lane. Maybe they'll decide to do the same thing in a moment, as going off wide there is Enzo. Second time we've seen him make a small mistake. Unfortunately, heading through the stadium now for RSC in the Aston Martin, and towards the line. There goes 1, there goes 2, there goes 3 into the pit lane. It is the Mercedes, the Aston and the Alpine all follow each other in. It's going to be the hard compound tyres, I assume. Zuko as well into the pit lane, as they all should go for the hard. Daniel does he get the new wing on? I don't think he did get the new wing on, did he? I don't know. I should have been watching that one, but out of the pit lane is Enzo and Gabor and Zuko, and Jose as well went in too. But here comes Daniel then out of the pit lane. Let's check his wing on that car. It is looking like he didn't bother. He did not bother. So still wing damage for him as Ryan Grob takes the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, ladies and gentlemen. Fastest lap goes to Ryan. Lap 8 of 36. The race going by quite nicely so far. The drivers giving it a good shot. Grumpy in the chat. Stop the count, he says, as the two ART boys in 3 and 4 right now. Incredible points for the team. Up 16 in 12 places, but of course they still need to make those pit stops. I'm looking forward to see where they finish today, because as you pointed out earlier on, mate, Adam did make up a hell of a lot of places from the start. It was an incredible start from him, and looking forward to see which way it's going to play out. Ionis in 16, then is Jose just behind in 17th position. They seemingly are having a bit of a scrap at the moment. Diego as well is in on the action. Oh, what we're missing here in the pit lane then goes Isaac, in the pit lane goes Adam too, and no, all go into the pits as Joel now is the fastest lap driver. As we head across the line with Thomas then for SCI leading this race and the World Championship, ladies and gentlemen. Will it work out for him is the question. Pit stops for him are 0. No pit stops at the minute. We're still waiting for the top 4, and then Jago as well to make their first pit stop. Some drivers may opt for the 2-stop strategy today, or the 1 stop is perfectly doable. So, you know, we will see what we can do. Ladies and gentlemen, coming out of the pit lane, lots of drivers, lots of battling going on here. Then the Aston Martin and the McLaren giving it a good shot then up the inside line. He slides through the corner, nearly takes out the Kick Sauber there. He's just about behind him, Diego and Enzo giving it a good shot here. Enzo now with a speed, with a bit of grass on his tyres, makes contact there on the Kick Sauber. He's going to head up the outside line now into the right-hander. He's going to get through into 9th place and kept the hard work up into the P9. Now up the inside line is Isaac Leet on Diego. He makes the move up. He was leading the race earlier on, remember, of course, and now making a pit stop on the brand new tyres here on the hards, which should last the whole entire race. Now, if he's not on for the 2-stop strategy, he's going to head down the straight. He needs to gain on many, many more drivers to win this Grand Prix today. He's got 26 laps to do so. Long while to do it. Diego sliding through these corners in the Kick Sauber, it seems, on the medium compound tyres, who needs to go into the pit lane. He was battling drivers that have already, you know, made their stops, and now he has come out the worst driver in 12th position behind all of them. Joel in 5, Aiden's in 4, Hugo's in 3, the Fake's in 2, and Tomas in the lead. But of course, like I mentioned, the top 4 need to make those pit stops today, and they are carrying on at this moment in time. The Fake stays out as well. Towards the line, Hugo towards the line too, and Aiden all follow through. But we've got the rest of the pack who have made those pit stops all of a sudden begin to gain on the men that haven't been in once before. And the first man to do so will be Joel, then it's Ryan, then Daniel, Gabor, Enzo, Isaac, who is now making the moves. He's into 9th position through into the top 10. Enzo down to 10 now. He deposited him down, and Isaac is making the moves up. Will he win today's race after leading earlier on, making those pit stops? And now he's making great time. So here comes Joel, catching up with the pack that haven't made a pit stop. This is where it gets exciting. The Mercedes of Joel in the Mercedes, of course, for TF10. What can he do for us today? Around the outside line, will he make the move past Aiden today? He will do, past the IRT, and he's into P4 now. Next to overtake is Hugo. There's lots of overtakes going on here. Look at this racing here. The Alpine, the Mercedes, the V-Carb, the Kick Sauber, sorry, all giving it a good shot all the way towards the line. And now we have 3 abreast heading towards the straights, the big long straight here in Mexico City. All of the DRS flaps open one by one continuously. We head towards the line into turn 1, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to be Gabor into 5, Daniel to 6 now as Jose with a 3-second penalty. Ryan to 7. Isaac in 8th position, making yet again another move up now in the Grand Prix, leaving Enzo in the dust in 9th position as we head all the way through the first sector, and the racing is ramping up on lap 12 of 36. Ooh, around the outside line, really make the move up the inside. Now goes the Aston Martin on the Mercedes, trying to get through. Here comes the McLaren back again. Isaac Leets into 7th position, ladies and gentlemen. This man is flying out there today. The Ferrari pushed off there by the Mercedes as we head through. What is going on? What is going on? Isaac now is absolutely flying. Hugo gets dropped down to 6. He's into 7th position right now. He wants to make a move up here on Hugo if possible. And the outside line is the way that he's going to go. Will he be able to do it? Not just yet, but the main straight is coming up. He has got the blue wing of the Ferrari to catch. And we are going to go now down towards turn 1. The McLaren of Isaac for SCI gaining on the ABS driver of Hugo. Here we go then up the inside line. The hard hards against the mediums, and it's going to be Isaac Leet who is through at the moment. Following through is Ryan, then who gets through as well. He drops down now. The Ferrari making another loss now to the second Aston Martin who gets through, and also the Red Bull of Zuko, all making moves past Hugo, who needs to go into the pit lane now. He's got older tyres than the rest of the drivers, and at the minute it isn't going his way. Wolfie in the chat, it is good to see you, mate. How are you doing? Thanks for joining us. We've been missing you. I'm glad you're back. A lot going on in the CES chat as well. I appreciate the support from everybody here, supporting their drivers and teams. It is good to see everybody. Wolfie with another 100 bits in the Jack Cross the Comms chat. I appreciate you, mate. Thank you very much. Such a legend, of course. Always here for us. And thank you, mate. I really do appreciate that. Hopefully you enjoy the action tonight, mate. You've missed a hell of a lot. Tonight has been really good. Yellow flags here as somebody goes wide. I think the Ferrari waiting. Into the pit lane then for, I think it was the fake. It is for the AERT driver. Here he goes then into P9 now. As he goes into the pit lane and dropping down the order. We're going to see where he comes out. At the minute it's, ooh, hang on a minute, the Ferrari retired of Hugo out of the Grand Prix. He's gone, at least it isn't a safety car, and we have the fake now coming out just about ahead of the Alpine, I believe, of Liam. Will he be able to get up to speed before he gets overtaken? I think he'll just about do it. And he has. And the ART driver of the fake is through, ladies and gentlemen. There's your positions. The fake's still up 2 places after that. Fair play to him. In the chat, I was doing some graphics for you, says Wolfie. I appreciate that, mate. If you get any clips from tonight, make sure you post them. Also, I am live for Extinguished Motorsports right after this as well, just like last Wednesday. So, Wolfie, if you want to join us for that, you're more than welcome to, mate. Ooh, good race so far, everybody. Lap 14 of 36. It has been very enjoyable, and I feel like these races go by a hell of a lot faster than usual. As Thomas into the pit lane, you know, because the drivers they really get on with it, and they're very quick. They're very quick, and that is why it really goes on quick and fast. But Thomas then coming out of the pit lane, he's in 8th position at the moment. He's going to get overtaken quite a lot actually on the exit. Now it's looking like he's going to be down to about P14. Or never mind, P12 for him now as he exits the pit lane. I'll have to rewatch the whole race because I missed 15 laps. If you're doing it for clips, mate, the only bit I'd say for clips is just the end of qualifying and the start of the race so far. That's all I'd really say. And then the rest of it, you know, you can see it in real time now. But lap 15 of 36, ladies and gentlemen, we are, you know, surely, that is not the word for it. We are soon enough gaining and getting closer to the halfway point of this Grand Prix. And many drivers have made the pit stop. Daniel out there in 4th, still in the same position that he started, and he's got Isaac ahead. Isaac Lee is driving sensationally today. At the minute in P3, gaining on Gabor, and I am absolutely took back by this man's racing and driving etiquette as Diego with a 3-second penalty. And we're going to see Isaac try to gain on Gabor, then with the DRS he's going to gain and gain and gain. He is gaining slightly, but it isn't really enough to make any huge damage. Zuko in 6th, then making a move past Ryan as well. Here comes Gabor then into the lead of the Grand Prix, ladies and gentlemen. They've all made their pit stops. This is the race lead at the moment. Gabor leads for FRT, then the TF10 driver of Joel in 2nd place, holding on quite well at the moment. I'm sure he's going to be able to make a move past, or will he? As Isaac Leet now has caught up. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. This is it. Isaac Leet will make a move soon if he keeps the pace up that he's had all the time. Can you look if Rand's got any damage, please? Where is it's looking like no. What we can see, looking like no damage in the minute. 20 laps of the Grand Prix to go, ladies and gentlemen. We head up towards the line with the drivers. Gabor leads, Joel second place, Isaac closer than ever. There's your tyres on the screen, mate, for the man that just asked in the chat. Tyres there as will Joel make a move. He's going to try and make it there. Here comes the McLaren, very nearly getting through there, just staying behind, which was nice and mature of him to do so. At the minute is now he gains on Joel, and when the time is right, he's going to strike on this man, very close to the backside of the Mercedes. The McLaren is give it full beans all race long, and you know, he took pole today. He took pole and had to make a pit stop and fell down the order, ran with a 3-second penalty. But Isaac today has made places all the way from, I think, down in 15 at least. It was mental. And he is all the way up now to third place in this race, dipping his tyres onto the grass at the minute. The Italian Stallion have retired. What, never seen that in a GP week yet. Lap 17 to 36, and everybody go all towards the line. He starts lap 18 now of 36, and halfway into this race, Joel second place will this time be the time we see and overtake Isaac Lee on the Mercedes. He's really quick down into turn one. He's going to make the move. He's going to dive it through on the man on the inside line now of Joel. Will he make a move? Yes, he will, and it is going to be Isaac Leeds into second place. He's only got Gabor now in the way of a Mexican GP win. Ladies and gentlemen, for the championship leaders of SCI. As Diego retires, that could be a safety car. It is. Safety car deployed, ladies and gentlemen. In the race is Diego with a huge hit into the barrier, which we may spot now if, never mind, he's gone. But the safety car is out. Jose with a drive-through penalty for speeding under the safety car. Not good. Not good at all. I think I've just missed something. Oh, never mind. I think it was a follow goal. But anyway, everybody, we are here now then with the safety car for CES, which we wasn't expecting. Well, from my time here so far, we haven't had a safety car, but now we do. The first one so far, Gabor then in the Alpine. Is going to be your race leader at the minute. I'm sure, though, somebody's going to try and go down the straight, not make an overtake and try and gain that track position. Usually happens quite a lot. But we're going to head down towards the first corner then with the drivers. Morphy in the chat, trying to take that pro gamer's job. As lap 19 of 36 in this Grand Prix. Thomas leads from Gabor, then from Isaac, then from Joel, Enzo, Zuko, Daniel, Ryan, Adam, Nono, then it's Diego, Ryan, Ionis, the fake, Liam, Jose and Aiden, ladies and gentlemen, in this Grand Prix so far. Isaac in the McLaren at the minute. He's on the mediums, everybody. He is on the mediums. Everybody else here on the hards. Apparently he didn't have any hard left, is the word in the chat. How is he going to get these mediums to last till the end? I'm not sure, unless he's going to pit again. I don't know what's going to go on here for Strat, but Isaac in third place either way at the moment, in a good place to do well in the race. You know, not looking too far forward. It's looking quite strong for him right now. But what can Isaac do? What can Tomas do at the moment? The SCI drivers in the McLarens, who currently lead the World Championship by 20 points, which is quite a lot. as we head down the straight. On lap 20 of 36, it should be next lap around, and we go racing. Lap 20 of 36 then, everybody. We've still got 16 laps for the Grand Prix to go, and we are under safety car right now. If you're just joining us, Tomas leads, and at the minute, penalties, we've got Jose with a drive-through penalty, Liam with a 3-second, and Ryan with a 3-second as well, but limited penalties at the minute, limited penalties indeed. Oh yeah, there's Wolfie in the chat as well. I just wanted to say, I got a new graphics card today, so hopefully at some point in the future I'll be streaming directly through my PC and not through a capture card on the Xbox, which would be pretty cool. But yeah, been a long time coming to finally get a decent one. As now yellow flags, of course, all around, but they will be going very soon. As this is it, ladies and gentlemen. We are ready to go. We are ready to go. Time to go racing again, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully for the final time this afternoon. 16 full pelt laps now with the drivers led by Tomas then, and we go racing again in Mexico. Here we go then. We head down the straight. It is going to be Tomas leads from Gabor at the moment. No DRS to help any of the drivers right now, but Joel isn't going to need it. He's going to try and make a move on the McLaren. This will be a game of who will break the latest now, and it's going to be the Aston Martin, sorry, the Mercedes, who gets through into third for a brief moment, then loses time as the McLaren pulls back ahead. He's into third place now. Joel drops down to 4, Enzo in 5, Zuko 6, Daniel 7, then it is Ryan in 8, Adam 9, and Nono in 10. As we go racing once again, the drivers, you know, push their way through the order at the minute. It's been a lovely race so far. If you're just joining us, you've really missed a good one. As at the back, it is Aiden and Jose giving it a good little scrap at the minute. The Kick Sauber against the Red Bull. And the Red Bull just about beats him to it in 16th position, ladies and gentlemen. He is through. As Wolfie, if you're still in the chat, mate, thank you for, well, you know what you've just done, so thank you very much for that. As we have got Ines in P12, who's at risk here to Jago, who's going to try and make the move on the V-carb down in towards the right-hander. Absolutely flying goes the green machine. He's through to P12, and Ionis down to 13 in this race. Behind that is Liam trying to pick up on the pieces once somebody makes a mistake, and he pushes him there. The V-carb gets tapped from behind, and it's going to be Liam who now tries to once again pick up on the pieces, and he's going to try and stick it up the inside line of the Kick Sauber. Can't do so far. Also at the top of the grid, everybody, Tomas and Gabor giving it a good go. This is for the race lead here in Mexico City. Tomas side by side with Gabor going through the second sector. Contact is made there on Tomas. That might be a bit of wing damage for the McLaren. At the minute, it isn't looking like any visible damage, but we saw some some debris fly up off the track. Something may have happened there. Both cars look okay on wing at the moment. Both have the end plates intact. But wow, that was getting close, wasn't it? And the Alpine just about hangs on to the race lead, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go, round towards the line here in Mexico City with Gabor for FRT leading the Grand Prix, led ahead and leading the two McLaren drivers. The McLaren drivers, might I add, that lead the World Championship at the minute. FRT, where are they in the championship? Not entirely sure, can't see. But of course, we know that We know that SCI leading the championship at the minute. Thomas trying to give it a good go here on Joel. Behind that is Enzo as well, just within the action on lap 23 of 36. There's not many laps to go now of the race, and it all boils down to the last few laps, who has got the capabilities of keeping their tyres within the optimal working conditions for the whole race. It's a skill. It's a good skill to have. Wolfie in the chat says, keep it clean, guys. I need banging clips. Let's see then. I mean, they've kept it brilliantly clean all race so far. As round towards the line, lap 23 of 36. It's going to be Gabor still leading by nearly a second to Isaac, everybody. That is huge. Isaac into second place in the McLaren. He does take fastest lap at the moment as we head into the first corner. Laps are ticking by fast. Soon enough, we'll be 10 laps before the end. And there's no rest for the drivers around here in Mexico. Always got to be switched on. Ionis leaves, which is going to leave the AI driving, unfortunately. That's not going to be too good. Maybe some connection issues there. Daniel into 6th as Zuko drops down to 7th position in this race as it stands. Oh, the Mercedes snapping there. They're heading through the corner and just about keeps the car on the track. Enzo with a 3-second time penalty and adding to the tally for the drivers now. There's a few penalties across there on the grid. Not everybody has one though. Jago with a 3-second penalty, everybody, as we head through the pack. Lap 24 of 36. We head on to lap 25 now, with Gabor being your race leader. 11 laps before the end. And at the minute, Isaac closing in on him. He's definitely closer than the last lap around. And Joel just behind that. There's not really much going on in the backside at the minute. The guys definitely know how to snake each other down into turn 1. As now the fake for AERT up to P13. Good stuff for him. As changes for that in a minute. It is AERT driver of the fake. Up 3 places into 13. Adam is having a sensational race. He's up 9 places, everybody, into P10. You love to see it, don't you? You absolutely love to see it for Adam, who is on an absolute blinder at the moment. Ryan in 8th place, looking for a move on Zuko at the moment, possibly through these corners. We've seen some drivers go side by side through into here, but not this time around for these. Oh, the snap of oversteer there from Ryan in the Aston Martin. He gets a 3-second penalty as well to go with it, for the cherry on top. As here he comes then, everybody, flying down the straight. This is it. We have Ryan in the Aston Martin to make a move on the Red Bull on lap 26, with 10 laps before the end of this round 5 race. It's gone very well so far, and the Aston Martin can't make the move. So can't Isaac at the minute, who's still behind Gabor and stuck behind that man at this moment in time. Lap 26 of 36 then, T-minus 10 laps, everybody. We are getting there, we really are. And Gabor could be your race winner. It is genuinely being considered now for the FRT driver. It could be Gabor today for the race win. But is it possible? We will see. Is Isaac a bit closer this time on the mediums? They are 7 laps old though, and they aren't going to last the whole time. These hards are going to go an incredible amount longer. This could be a hard one for Isaac Lee, but he is still gaining. He's gaining and gaining and gaining on Gabor. Still not enough for a move. Each lap seems like not enough, and could be a win for the Alpine. It really could. Here comes the Mercedes on the McLaren, trying to fight his way through, and he has done so well there. Into second place, the McLaren stayed ahead. Joel down to third, Tomas in 4, Daniel 5, Enzo 6, Zuko 7, Ryan 8. Ryan Grob now trying to make a move on Ryan in the minute, giving it a good shot. The V-carb just making a bit of a light love tap there on Ryan. Here he comes then, trying to make a move. As we get a front row view to it from Adam here at ART, up many places into P10 at the minute. Now on to lap 28 of 36. We fly down the straight again. And still Gabor looking like he's going to hold the race lead into turn 1. Closer than ever, as many drivers behind as well, giving it a good go. Zuko now with the Aston Martin of Enzo, who does find his way through to 6th place. Then we have Ryan up to 8th now, as Ryan Grob down to 9. Will he fight back though? It's looking likely. Very close to him here. Nearly sent him round, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this racing we've got here. This is absolutely brilliant. The Aston Martin trying to make a move at the inside line here of the V-carb, the Haas car behind as well, and the Williams all getting involved, ladies and gentlemen, here today, giving it a good shot as Ryan Grob in 8th position, holding the drivers behind and keeping them at bay. Zuko has ran off into the distance at the minute, but behind that we have the pack of Ryan, Adam, and Nono, who's a little bit further behind at the minute. But in the chat, not in the chat, sorry, in the Discord, Daniel has helped me out there. Thank you very much, mate. It's FRT RPGR. I did not know that, but I appreciate you letting me know. So good stuff. But great racing so far. Great racing down in towards turn 1. Lap 2.9. Daniel and Tomas giving it a good go, and through goes Daniel to 4. Enzo in 5th position at the moment. Then Tomas in 6. The Aston Martin of Enzo gaining on Daniel. This is a lovely battle we've all been witnessing here at the moment. Clean racing here today. We've only had 3 retirees. We've still got 17 drivers join us. We did have a full grid this afternoon, of course, but now only 17 that remain. Here we go then, everybody, the main straight coming up again soon. We very nearly enter onto the lap 30 of 36. Oh, the rears there sliding out. Someone round P10 to 12 got end plate damage in the chat. We'll have to keep an eye out for that one. Maybe it's the Williams. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, it's Liam. I'm pretty sure. End plate damage on the front left there, isn't it? Yes, it is. End plate damage for Liam at this moment in time, which will not be helping him in his hopes to make more places up. And here comes a battle for you. It is Joel for TF10 on SCI driver Isaac trying to make those moves through. Isaac held it very well today, but these mediums soon are going to start to go off, and he's got 6 more laps on them to make them work. That'll be 17 laps old by the end. It's going to be hard for him. You know, we saw drivers earlier going that long on them, and they were struggling to the hilt. They really were, and everybody made those pit stops earlier. These mediums get cooked in Mexico if you go on them for too long. But at the minute, Isaac is holding it very well, and you can't knock him for that at the minute. But we are definitely seeing a bit of a performance drop here, because Gabor was a second ahead there. Liam with a 3-second penalty too. Penalty is not really going to be an issue this race, everybody. Not really going to, spoil anybody's party apart from down the field, but no one high up the grid. minus 5 laps, everybody. 5 laps to go of the Mexico Grand Prix. And Gabor leads from Isaac, from Joel, from Daniel, Enzo. The racing goes on all the way behind, and everybody's still within distance of each other at the very end of this race. It has worked out very well indeed for the drivers. There was a safety car that came out earlier on a few laps ago, helped a few, didn't help anymore. And you know, it benefited some. As you can see, Gabor at the minute leading this Grand Prix. He's really benefited right now. He's doing well in this race. And down towards the line, Gabor in the lead at the minute. This time will Isaac gain? We've seen it many times. He hasn't been able to do it. This could actually be it. He's actually getting pretty quick here. And he's right at the backside. It seems to be slap around. He's just getting very close, but he can't keep close enough through the rest of the lap to actually get ahead down the straight, and that is the issue. He's dropping back a lot all the time behind Gabor. He's dropping onto the grass here, and that's going to be not good for him at all. Joel is going to be looking to take advantage here around the outside line, which he's doing so already, to try and go for that second place here today on lap 32 of 36 in the closing stages, the latter stages of this Grand Prix. There you go with a 3-second penalty. Gabor's letting Isaac in his DRS to protect himself from Joel, I believe, in the chat. We'll see, fair enough. Oh, he's going to make a move. Joel, I think. Was it Joel? I don't know. There was a Mercedes there trying to make the move. As Jose with a 3-second time penalty. On the chat, Isaac's tyres are too old for him. Oh, hang on a minute. We'll quickly see this battle here. Joel trying to make a move on Isaac. This is getting close, isn't it? As in the chat, Isaac's time's too old for him to make a move on Gabor. If Joel gets by, he has the tyre where to attack the ball later. Fair enough. Isaac does not want to let this man past of Joel, who is like a steam train at the minute, flying through. Ryan with a 3-second penalty. Joel towards the line then on lap 34 of 36. We are very nearly at the end. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. The end of what has been a brilliant race. Only a few laps before the final lap. And the drivers continue through. Not really many overtakes going on at this moment in time. 4 drivers retiring with Diego, Hugo and Sam all retiring from this race today. As Joel still trying to get his way through past Isaac. They're all keeping distance. He makes contact. He goes around. He knocks into his teammates. That is really bad stuff for him now. The Aston Martin and the McLaren are on each other now. The McLaren at the inside line. Tomas trying to get through past the Aston Martin. What a battle we're witnessing here then. Trying to get through. He drops down to 6. Can't get through yet. A bit of a domino effect there, wasn't it? As here we go then, Isaac in second place, 7 tenths behind Gabor. if he was on the better tyres, probably could have gone for the race win today. Isaac now with a 3-second penalty. That's going to completely screw him over, completely. And that is, he will not be happy with that. The drivers here are incredibly close. He's going to fall down the order massively. And Isaac Lee might have just gone and ruined that for him, unfortunately, on the penultimate lap of today's Grand Prix, with only one lap more after this one. P10 roughly, says Wolfie. It's not going to be good for him. He will fall down that order quite a lot, and it's really sad actually, because he's doing very well. It just shows you one penalty messes your whole race up. It absolutely does. As we head through to the final stages of this lap, everybody, this is it. We're about to start the final lap of the race here in Champions Esports Series for round 5, where we've done 35 out of 36, with one more lap to go of this Grand Prix. We head through the stadium with Gabor for the Alpine team in this race today. Drove an incredible race, he really has. And for PGR, he's going to do them proud. Heading down the straight now, we've got Isaac trying to stay ahead of Joel, who's going to now move round the outside line, and for the first time this afternoon he finally breaks free to second place. Joel now finds the P2, but it is too little too late for the Mercedes, because he's into second place. He's 2.1 seconds behind Gabor. He would have been able to challenge, but now with minimal time left, that is it. Isaac Lee down to 4 now, Daniel through to 3rd. They're all making the moves up at the end, as the McLaren now at very much danger to Enzo, who's trying to get through as well in the very late stages of this Grand Prix. But what a race we have witnessed today, ladies and gentlemen, in Mexico. On the final lap, we head through the second sector for the final time today, and Isaac Lee just about holding on to 4th place at the moment. He will lose it anyway, as Enzo now trying to make a move in the very much closing stages. Will he get it done? No, he won't for now. We head to the race leader of Gabor for PGR, who has put an absolute shift in today, everybody. He's going to head into the final corner here in Mexico City, and he'll cross that line to win here in Mexico for the Grand Prix on 18 lap old hards. He makes it work for PGR. You love to see it. It is Gabor who wins the Mexico City Grand Prix. Joel to second place. It is Daniel 3, Tomas 4, Ryan Grob 5, Zuko 6, Adam 7, Nono 8, Isaac 9, Enzo 10. Isaac just about P9 then on penalties, completely ruined him unfortunately. Enzo 10, Aiden 11, the fake 12, 13 Liam, 14 Ryan, 15 Jose, and 16 will be on Ionis, who crossed the line at the same time. That is it, ladies and gentlemen, for your Grand Prix. P20 to P7, get in, says Grand Prix. Well done, mate. It was a great race. Great race for you boys. And here you go then, finish results. Race winner is Gabor then. Fastest lap is Isaac, driver today, Adam, most overtakes Adam, and cleanest driver is Tomas then, ladies and gentlemen, for today's Grand Prix. Finish results then, Gabor wins. It was a brilliant race, it really was, from him who wins the Grand Prix. Joel second place, then Daniel 3rd, 4th is Tomas, 5 Ryan, 6 Zuko, 7 Adam, 8 Nono, 9 Isaac, and 10 is Enzo. That is it from me, ladies and gentlemen. Wolf in the Jack, I'll see you in 9 minutes. Yes, you will. I'm live on the Jack Frosty Comms, everybody, for Extinguished Motorsports after. So if you want some more stuff to watch, make sure you get over there and watch that as well. Thanks for joining me. It's been an incredible night, and I'll hopefully be back next week if you need a commentator. If not, have a good race, and see you lads later. Good night, everybody.